Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna talk about some of my thoughts on the update that just came out, the May 2013 Beast Plane Level 80 update, all that kind of stuff. Anyways, first thing I want to talk about is the whole Level 80 thing. You don't use Counter Wicked anymore because Counter doesn't work that way. Instead, you want to use Counter Agol, and it's like the Counter Wicked of 2013. It copies the hit points, so counter works in your favor still. And that's how you get to level 80. It works against all the bosses, Kadi, Mooman, pretty much everything, except for Bloodwolf. I used Wisdom for that, but Double Izine should work too with Assault. Anyways, the cool thing about level 80, in my opinion, is that it's going to separate the players who are active from the players who are inactive because it costs so much money to level up a guard to level 80. I've gotten like complaints about this, like, oh, it costs like so much to level guard up to 80, and I did a test. To level a guard from level 1 to level 70, it costs 5 million. And to level guard from level 1 to 80, it costs 20 million. So leveling one guard to 80 is like leveling a whole team to level 70. So it's definitely gonna, like, all of the players who don't play, who level up to 80, are gonna have a hard time building teams because they don't play to get the cash. So maybe it'll force players to start playing, or maybe just those players are gonna have standard teams without much variance. I don't know, but I really like that because it promotes the people who actually play the game. Anyway, some guards to talk about. Emerald. There are a couple builds with this guy. I like this build right here. It's kind of like a standard build. It combines hybrid with like the defensive abilities and stuff like that. If you combine 400 attack with the hybrid imprint, it gives 300 M attack, which is 700 total offensive stats, which is really good with burning. And if you tack on fall and you tack on emerald, he reflects a lot of damage back to the opponent, and I really like that a lot. There is another build with Emerald that uses the Transmute imprint and the Mirror empowerment. It reflects a lot of damage. It's basically a Colossus killer, and that I really like too. What else is there? Volcano. Exorcist sent me a build. Mr. R&D. He called it the greatest R&D production ever, or something like that. You use the Transmute imprint with the Volcano ability, and basically Transmute is going to give it a bunch of hit points, and then Volcano is going to kill the opponent, like straight up. Like, let's see if I can do some math here. You put all the points into defense because that is where the biggest bonus is, and it gets a lot of points there. So with the Transmute, it gets double the defensive stats, and it adds it on to hit points. So it has over like 2,000 hit points. And with Volcano, it deals 60% of the maximum hit points whenever it's reduced down to critical hit points. So basically, they're going to take over 1,000 damage when they reduce this guy to critical hit points, and it's going to kill the guard straight up. And then you got Sacrifice. So when their second guard beats this guy, then it's going to go into your second guard with half of its offensive stat reduced. So it's pretty good. It gives you the advantage. So that is a neat build with Volcano. I like that one. Oh, the problem with Transmute is that it is canceled by Void and Abysses. And I don't really like this because, or I don't really understand it because this is a stat imprint. It affects stats. It does nothing else. So I don't know why Void and Abysses affects it. Breedo's probably going to have to change it. Or maybe they thought it was too good to run like Transmute with Core or Void or something like that. Which, I mean, if you run it with Core, there's no, like, I don't really see any possible combos because really the only thing I see now that is good with Transmute is Volcano and Emerald. But the thing is, they're both unique, and Core is unique. And the reason why people run Core over Void is because Void is, like, everyone has that cover scheme on now. And, like, the whole cover thing cancels Void and Silent. But that's why a lot of people are switching to Core. But Rita really has to fix that. Transmute should not be affected by Void or Abysses. Anyways, there is another guard, Savagery. I don't have one. Out of the 8 or so times I fought it in Beast Plains, it gave me the Crystal of Destroy, so I don't have one. But that's fine because I really don't think Savagery is that good because his ability, Deathmatch, is only for physical attacks, and this is an M-attack dominated environment. You know, you got Core, Skina, Colossus. Those are like the 3 main guards that you see in PvP right now. So it's a humanoid, but it can be put into an army team, but ever since the release of the Dragon Orbs and Clan Shop and Colossus and stuff like that, army teams have gone down in usage. But I should show you a new army guard, or a new army team. This one's pretty nuts. I call it Pool Party. So basically you have a Warhulk, Silent Warhulk with a bunch of defensive stats, so it doesn't take that much damage, but it reflects a lot of damage because it's Silent Spike. Then you have the second guard. It can be anything humanoid. Imperial is the best because of the beast stats, but only like 2 people have that. So you can use Panth Mage, Royal Guard, you can use that Savagery Guard if you want, and that guard has the army to boost up the hit points. And then you have Princess, who is a humanoid that can learn Pool. And Pool is like probably the best empowerment that came out of the 7 because it just is so good. Like, I'll have to explain everything later. So you got the Warhulk. They're going to be dealing damage to this, like very minuscule damage, and then it just keeps on racking up, and then slowly the shield imprint will wear out, and then they'll hit it down to critical, and then boom, Pool increases the hit points back up, and now Warhulk can continue using Spike. And another thing too, with my previous video, I said that Pool makes it so that Endurance can trigger twice. Well, I don't know if this is a glitch or like a programming error, but it can make Shield activate twice as well. Like, for example, if the opponent attacks and runs out the Shield imprint, if Pool regenerates health, you regain that Shield damage reduction. Like, I don't understand like what it is, but it's probably, like I said, a programming error. Rita really needs to fix it, but I don't know. But this is a fun team. It has a lot of hit points. The battles take like quite a while, but it's still like a solid team to use, and I like that a lot. Switch back to my fast team. What else is there to talk about? Oh, with the Pool Party team, the worst matchup for this is Colossus, because Warhulk really can't hold a candle to Colossus because the whole light move is with Warhulk. Yeah, you understand. So Colossus is like the worst matchup for it. So anyways, that is kind of like the overview that I've gathered so far about this update. A lot of people are leveling to 80, and also a lot of people have been asking about like what are the new top 5 guards and stuff like that. I talked with Blessed Boy about it, and we came up with a pretty solid top 5 guards list. However, I feel like it's better to wait until the update settles, until everyone is level 80, and then people can find out different things and stuff like that. There's probably another month or 2 until the meta is actually defined, because right now we just got new toys and we're still in the experimental phase, and who knows what will come out next. Anyways, that is all. Thank you for watching, as always, and leave a comment below. I read all of them, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you. Bye.